to go through some of the details because at this time, almost 2 years ago, not quite 2 years ago, as I was in this position, I had no idea, Nancy, what lay ahead. And let me tell you, organization is going to be paramount. He can't do it on his own, and Nancy can't do it on her own. And Corey, I had Corey come down and just do what Corey's doing tonight. Just get video and pictures so that this message of how packed this room was gets out. Those are all logistical things as this press release that he'll put out to announce that this thing is officially kicked off. These are all things that are going to help it. But word of mouth is the best means of getting someone elected. And that means that you're going to have to be character witnesses. You don't know Larry well enough yet. That's your first mandate, is you've got to get to know him. Find out some more about him so that when you reference him, it's not just a matter of, hey, he's a good guy, I heard him speak, he comes from the country, and he understands hard work. It's that you can really be an advocate and a cheerleader. And the greatest asset that he has is the 300 people that he knows very well, who each know 300 people, who each know 300 people, and there's 75,000 people he has to reach between now and next November. And so, do the multiplication. I come off of Green Acres and cow ranching, and I understand that takes a long time to get off one cow to get the herd started. Okay, so this has to be expedited. Alright? So you got to get busy, tell those 10 friends, tell those 10 friends who'll tell 10 friends. And would you commit to do that tonight? Tell 10 friends, at least 10, we can marginalize this. Tell 10 friends. This thing's kicked off. What you heard tonight. The next thing is you've got to be able to give Nancy an email address. Before you leave here tonight, please provide her. Nancy, you have a sign-in sheet? Make sure that you get your contact information on that sign-in sheet. Because it's easy through the computer to just push the forward button. And so there'll be some video, be information, be press releases. That's an easy way to tell 10 friends. Provide as much information to them as you can, and they'll promise not to harass you. Okay? The moment they feel like they're harassing you,
I got
know.
to stand up for this.
I know because I've been in that position. They'll back off. But if you are willing to volunteer, let them know tonight. If you're willing to just say, hey, I'm gonna put up a few yard signs. That's the limit of what I'm willing to do, but I'll do it. Let them know. Let Nancy have a list of just yard signs. I'm willing to do that. If you're willing, let me tell you something that was the most impactful for my Senate race. I ran against an 8-year incumbent, and he was someone that was very well known that no one thought was beatable. Let me tell you the most impactful thing I did, and that is I did home visits. It's something that Bobby Jindal, the Louisiana governor, did when he ran for the gubernatorialship down in that state. He had home visits. If you are someone who would be willing at 6 p.m., not baking anything, not cooking anything, just invite 10 friends, 10 other friends and the 10 friends you already promised to invite. But to have one night where you would say, tonight, Larry, come over, share your vision, let's talk about state issues with my 10 friends. You have no idea, for the first 2 months of my campaign, that's all I did. We established such a grassroots campaign of doing those home visits that nobody knew what was going on. By the time my 2 months came around and my collections came in from the people that gave me those home visits, which was no cost to the campaign, that's a big deal. It takes money to provide food and do events. The best way he can raise money is to do behind the scenes, these home visits, raise money. So if you'd be willing, is anybody in the room be willing to do that just offer one night in the next month? It's your home. Nancy, you might take note of these people. Please follow up with her and get those names and get a date on her calendar and before you're hopefully done, you'll have 3 months filled with home visits. I had them all through my canvassing. Let me tell you something else. You can't give monetarily. I had 2 beeves given to me. And we took them and we had them slaughtered. I'm sorry?
No, go ahead.
No, a business card with that, just willing to do a home visit just like God gave me, that would be wonderful.
Okay.
Please.
And she'll have a running list of those that are willing to do that. But anything that you can give, donate, that's so helpful. Because they have to hire people to do videography and photography. And he's got to do campaign materials. That's all up front. And I think for the first month, raising $10,000 for me was a big deal. If you can write a check tonight, I would highly encourage you to do so. Alright? And make sure they get full contact information. If they haven't figured out how to do the donation returns and all that, might ask to wait to take the donation tonight so that you can make sure that you abide by ethics on that. But if you're willing to do that, help them give them their first 500, their first 1,000. You can max out at 5,000. Okay? Every little thing helps. Let me tell you what I'm counting on Larry to go up to state capitol here. Let me tell you what we just did this last year. We balanced your state budget. We cut your income taxes. We did meaningful lawsuit reform. Just like they've got in Texas, we're only 100,000 above their threshold. That means more money staying in your hospital, more money for charity care. We've reformed education. Top to bottom, we went through the state budget this last year because myself and 9 other freshmen state senators got elected Republicans for the first time in state history. You send us one more up there, let me tell you what'll happen. We won't have workers' compensation, Roger Key, Mr. Alford, light. It won't be light. I'm disappointed with where we're at on workers' compensation. We've got more to do as a labor commissioner today. We've got that to overcome. We've got unions, believe it or not, that still have a stronghold on some of our colleagues. Okay? Some of them urban, some of them rural, but they're intimidated. I went up there, I had the strongest conservative record. And I come from a Democrat-saturated area, but I wasn't scared. Because I knew what the principles that set me up there, and I was going to be beholden to those principles. Not to grow government, to shrink the size of government, make your dollars go more efficient, so that we can have the ability to attract industry to our state. Help this guy get elected so we add one more to our team to make Oklahoma not just a place to visit, but the most prosperous place to locate a business. Thank y'all.